finish out the run.
Yes. Oh, and we are getting started. Coming out of our cage. Oh, Matrick did not get the skip. Did not hold down. Demerine also getting the little girl skip. And starting with eyeglasses. All right, so we got warp boots, but no medical orbs or anything like that. Matrick also got little girl. Oh my goodness, we are going straight to Chiron. Sword of Thunder, here we go.
So with that, it's going to warp them to the other side of the world here. They're going to be able to get the one item right here from Zebu and then warp immediately back using the wild warp glitch.
Indeed.
So the Sword of Thunder is going to be their primary weapon. And the only way for them right now to get back over to the other side of the world is going to be using a pair of warp boots. It is worth noting it's not the cheapest warp boots that they found. It was about the middle range there, so you saw Matrick not even check the item shop here yet, but when he sees that, he might not even buy them.
It's true, especially because there's no real reason to go back to Chiron until you can cross over that river, which means Flight Spell or Sword of Water plus the Ball of Water. Also of note, Matrick is already up to 2 little girls. We're going to keep count of that and make sure and hold it over him later.
I hope someone is taking note of that, because I won't be. We all know I'm taking the most
we know what you're counting today.
I do love that Mimic percent, that I hope we do see all 12 Mimics in this run.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Wow. Why would you sleep on the job when you have the flight spell? So right away, this is gonna be an interesting seed. Just because there's got a lot of things late game that they have access to. It also means that it might be quite a while before we even see that water, that Sword of Water, if we see it at all. It's not strictly required into this flag set.
That is very true. Matrick heading over here to the east. He's going to see if he can get a flying enemy. Looks like he did see one, so he might actually try to do this trick. He is. He's going to get knocked up to the side here. This is
fairly new.
Completely newer tech. This is completely new tech that was discovered. And it lets you bypass the attack from Rage there. So he was actually able to sequence break the game that you normally need the Sword of Water to trigger. He's actually bypassed that completely, so he's going to get a couple more checks out of logic.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to get another item off of Asina at this point. I don't know if there's another thing that unlocks.
That does also unlock the Dolphin, so if he purchases a medical item, if there's one available here, he can also heal the Dolphin. Yep, and he's doing just that. There are warp boots there, which he is double backing for and looking at. 117 with that scaling. They're probably about the same. They're probably about the same as the ones in Leaf then.
Yeah. So keep in mind, this is completely out of logic, but Matrick does not care. The only glitches that are in logic are going to be the statue glitch, from which you can get behind guards and statues. Wow, double medical herb. Asina is really taking that healing role seriously this feed.
I'd also like to point out that Matrick slowed down the text there intentionally, so that way he could read the item that was going to be on the Angry Sea once he calms that, which is Dio's Pendant. So I don't imagine anyone doing that since we have Flight, as Dio's Pendant isn't really necessary. It's just a nice luxury item to have.
Yep. And Matrick, seeing that he has eyeglasses and he has that alarm flute, is going straight to Joel. Demerine has gotten the Psycho Armor. Matrick got that earlier. Already a little bit behind, but, you know, not terribly far. And the main thing is going to be about, being able to take advantage of that. Probably not going to be able to take advantage of that extra medical herb, but, and even the Dolphin's not really important when you have Flight. So really not a huge advantage for that glitch for Matrick. So already 3 spells, and I do believe Teleport is going to be very handy for them, so just forget about those warp boots from now on. Yeah.
I very much enjoyed this seed already, just because it's forcing them to go back over to Chiron and then use Flight to traverse the gap there. They can get 2 items up on Hydra here, and then they can also check the back of Oasis Cave.
Yeah,
get,
I
3 items there.
Absolutely. I admit that I am a little bit surprised that Matrick is going to Hydra, just knowing his play typically. You know, having the flight spell and access to this area, typically he'll just go ahead and check Pyramid. He'll just go ahead and go back there.
That is a usual thing that he would do, but it is also worth noting that...
He just picked up that key to Stixie, and you can't help but think this is probably the right play.
It'll definitely help. I mean, logically, you do need something to get you into Stixie, be it barrier, shield ring, some type of healing. But, I mean, we're looking at a good level for the scaling. He might just dip it, and honestly, I feel like he would do that. Demerine, meanwhile, is actually going to check the Oasis Cave here, which is a very solid play as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got all those extra medical herbs from Athena. I know you used one on the Dolphin already, but... yeah, you might be able to get through there pretty easily with this scaling. Although he's definitely, you know, killing some enemies. The most annoying bats ever.
Actually, at this scaling, those bats are just
number 1
taking
for
him.
you. We have Mimic number 1.
I am so happy. It's begun. 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's go.
I hate to disappoint you overall, though, but, like, especially getting Sword of Thunder, getting Flight early, things like that, typically these end up being shorter seeds. But we have no bows. We do have a second sword already. Demerine has found the Sword of Fire. So there's still a lot of possibilities. But typically, with this world being this open, it does lend itself towards being a little bit shorter. Not always, though.
That is very true, but it's okay. You still gotta find 3 needles in a haystack, and I'm more than happy to watch them run around and try to find it.
Absolutely, and we've been finding a lot of consumables early on, so they haven't been getting a lot of help. There's a lot of things out there still to explore. But as we suspected, Matrick _ I will call him that because that's his name, is going straight in here and is going to take advantage of that key to Stixie.
He's actually making a very good use here of flight. He's actually getting around the hitbox manipulation there a bit of the statues, so he can actually weave between the shots and take less damage. That is a very high-level strat that I've not seen many employ. Meanwhile, Dem found a Mimic, Matrick found a Mimic. We're up to 3 Mimics.
We are up to 3. I don't know if they tried to roll this seed specifically for you or not. Matrick finding an orb of water there.
It is worth noting that I actually rolled this seed for them, so...
oh, okay.
I'm expecting Mimic percent to happen, yeah.
I see what's happening.
And there's 4.
4. Oh my goodness. We are 8 minutes into the seed, and we have seen 4 of 12 Mimics. Are you okay? Like, are you
I may or may not have the biggest smile on my face right now.
Okay. All right. Demerine finds an Orb of Wind. I believe went the back door of Goa's Fortress. There's a lot of chests in here. Finding a glowing lamp. I didn't see what Matrick just got.
It was a medical herb.
Okay. And
another
windmill key. That's something that you can go ahead and get now. And there's definitely some items available in the beginning of that vampire cave. All right, and now both of our runners have made it back to Leaf. I can't help but think that Matrick is probably going to do a similar play to what Demerine just did. Not sure what Demerine's going to do. He might actually do the same thing that Matrick did and start trekking out Mount Hydra. But so far seems to be going out into the plains.
Gonna get a couple levels here and then go turn in that windmill key for sure. Open up a couple areas in there. We know with the Ball of Wind, more than likely the Sword of Wind should be in that cave.
That makes perfect sense. And I forgot he was the one who got the windmill key. That makes perfect sense as a play for him.
So Dem's gonna head back around, get the 3 items in there. It could also be the Orb of Fire without the sword, so that would also open up the Waterfall Cave area as well as Saber West. So definitely a couple more options there. Meanwhile, Matrick is now getting back to his favorite play once he gets Flight, and is going to Pyramid.
Yep.
Dem picking up a statue. That's actually super good. That's the statue of Onyx turn in. So once they do get access to Bryn Mawr, they'll be able to turn that in and get 1 extra item.
It's true. Now, Pyramid doesn't actually have that many items. And it's not required to beat Dragon 1 in this flag set. So I'm not sure I actually agree with this play. It's a lot of time for not many items, and of course it finds change right away and makes me look silly.
It is definitely 3 checks. There's only 1 chest item that's something that they can pick up, so that is less of a chance of a Mimic. So because one is boss chest and the other one is given, that's really low odds for Mimic. We're at 5.
I don't know if you saw that on Demerine's screen, but we have Mimic number 5. Yeah, I feel like you saw that, and you're just kind of muted Giddy or something like that.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Ha! Matrick getting rewarded with his favorite item.
But we didn't get the double. We had a double the other day, and it was just glorious. Oh, Demerine has found one of our bows, but it is the Bow of Truth, which, I don't know, it's like my least favorite one to find, simply because it completely eliminates... Well, I guess it's probably not that bad for them. It eliminates Pyramid 2 as a check for items.
Yeah, that is correct. So it does completely remove Crypt as a requirement for the last bow. Could be there. Personally, it's my favorite bow to find just for that reason, just to eliminate those spots.
Yeah, I guess it's my least favorite to find because I commentate and I want them to, you know, play more.
I completely understand. You just want them to find more Mimics. Don't worry, I understand.
Yes, that is... Yes, I want them to find more Mimics and less Mados.
I mean, they can fight Mado too. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but if Mado 2's in Logic, then Mado 1's in Logic. And Matrick is now finding Sword of Fire, going the same path that Demerine has already done. Meanwhile, Demerine is finding some stiff competition here in this cave, with those eyes that are turning him into stone, and he finds that key of 60. For those who don't know, the intention, we believe, was that they meant the key of Styx as the river Styx with YX, but the localization team messed up. No, that was actually Mimic number 5 still. That was one that had been found earlier. So no new Mimics. We've got a lot of, you know, both of our runners are doing checks the other has already done, so not going to get a whole lot more new information right now. Or new Mimics, as the case may be.
Don't worry, they will be coming soon.
Yep. Although Demerine is already at 50% of the required items or finds in order to reach the tower in Dragon 2. So that's pretty good for 14 minutes in.
Unflammable asking in chat, what is the max capacity for Mimics? The total number of Mimics in the game is 12. So we're almost halfway there.
Yes.
I like this play by Matrick a lot.
Indeed.
Yeah, Matrick is using the new utilized tech here of
becoming a slime?
Yep, becoming slime to make a boss fight so much better. Using the flake.
I'm not seeing that one.
No, it's not one favored by most runners, but Matrick definitely liking to show his true colors.
of being a small, slimy creature that needs to crawl back into the filth. That's a really mean thing to say, man. And I only say that because I know that Matrick has two things on his mind in this seed. One is finding those bows in order to beat Dragon, get through the tower, and win the game. The other is killing me. So we'll see how that works out for him. Not that I'm, you know, completely partial at all. I am completely impartial in this.
Alright, so Matrick does take down Carmine, gets rewarded with the Mirror Shield and a pair of Warp Boots, so definitely a nice MP save item there. We'll be very happy when he goes through here and picks up the extra items, including the Orb of Wind, the Windmill Key, and so on.
Yep, it's going to give him a lot of different directions to go in, a lot of different checks. And I'm sure that we will very quickly see him follow in the same footsteps of Demerine, checking out that vampire cave. Windmill cave, as it were. And the change spell is also going to give us a check or two. Because we have access to Deo and Sahara, we have access to Amazons. We can't do Akahana's friend yet. We need the ivory statue for that. And we don't need it to get into Chiron, because we warped there. They can get into Swan now. That's another thing, but they still need a few things to clear that out.
Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Dio had the missing sword here, since we haven't seen the Sword of Wind yet, or Orb of Fire. We should definitely be seeing one of those two at this point from Dio.
Yeah, and that's going to open up a world of checks. Either one that you get is going to just open up quite a bit. That Sword of Wind will not only open up the rest of that Windmill Cave, it opens up both of those caves in the Portoa area. It's going to open up the Evil Spirit Island, and that's the shorter list. Sword of Fire opens up all kinds of things. It's got to be one of those two items coming up soon. Of course, knowing our luck, it'll be like Orb of Thunder, and then they have to get the thing they need at Power Ring spot. Demerine choosing a much more handsome facade. There it is, Orb of Fire. That's going to open up a lot.
Yep, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Wild Warp here, run over to Portoa, and then go right into Waterfall Cave from there. If not, it's going to be a Saber West play.
Yeah. It is fun that we got 5 mimics before 1 orb. Very late for orbs. It's a very, very interesting seed. And Matrick picks up that Bow of Truth and is now finally, you know, cleared out everything he can there.
And it looks like Matrick just remembered, oh yeah, I picked up change after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, give me my orb.
So, I don't know if Demerine actually... Oh, well, no, I guess... for some reason, I was thinking there was something else you can do in Sahara, and I was actually thinking of Amazons. But yeah, there's still other checks to do, but once you got that Orb of Fire, it's not nearly as efficient to go after those one-offs as just clearing out entire big caves full of items.
Yep, it looks like we do have divergence here. Matrick going to the Waterfall Cave, getting 3 items in there, the 4th being locked behind the Flute of Lime. Meanwhile, Demerine is, looks like making the play, going up to Amazons as well as Bryn Mawr, so we'll be able to turn in the Statue of Onyx there, get the item in the back of the Amazons town, and that is Mimic number 6. Thank you very much, Matrick, for finding that.
Yep. And Demerine using the statue glitch instead of going for change which is interesting because you didn't really need the chain spell to do that in the first place.
It's just saving time, saving MP, saving a menu.
Yeah. You're in the neighborhood, just do it.
I'm gonna go up and check the item in the grass there before swinging over to Bryn Mawr, which is telepathy. So now they have teleport, they have telepathy. I hear Saber North is in logic.
Absolutely. Although the thing that's really fun is that they have nothing whatsoever for General Kobesk. So you got to think that that's the front door check easily. But yeah, they need to check on that. Don't think anything has come of this windmill caves or the waterfall cave so far.
An opal statue is the best thing that we got, and the mimic, obviously the mimic.
All right, so we're at least 3 on the little girl count.
Yep, we are up to 3. If he just did it, that'd be 4.
Oh, that was number 4 now?
Yes, that was number 4.
Okay.
Alright, Matrick making his way now over to Saber West area, and Dem going to also go up and get the items out of here. So they've got 4 locations up here that they can get currently. The vanilla tornado bracelet location, as well as 3 chests. The 4th item being given out only when they have the tornado bracelet, so they won't be able to get that for a while.
Indeed. Matrick is going to go ahead and go straight to west and take advantage of that fight spell to get up that ramp. I think Demerine's already done this, though. Or that where they are now.
That is exactly where Demerine is.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's...
And that is a consumable.
Yep, just some warp boots. All right, and Matrick, both of our players going ahead. Oh, Matrick's going to go ahead and use Flight Spell to skip all the way to the top. That's clever. Unfortunately, it took all of his magic to do that. But that's what Fruited Power's for.
Yep, they've got plenty of consumables right now to just top them off in any situation. And I'm liking the enemies in this cave here. If they had a little bit more scaling, I wouldn't be surprised to do some more grinding in here. And that is Mimic number 7.
I was about to say, I think that is 7, isn't it? Yeah. I'm blown away.
I'm not. This is exactly what I expected from this, and I am so glad that today's the day we're going to see another Mimic percent. Oh, that was a tornado bracelet pickup right next to the turn-in, and you were rewarded with a Psycho Shield. That is awesome. Meanwhile, Demerine did just find the Sword of Wind, so we know that they're going to have a fully powered sword for damage output, which is great.
Yeah, and
tons of things just opened up.
Absolutely.
We're going to see more divergence.
Yes. That's probably not the greatest news for them in some ways, because that means that there's just a lot of things open that could lead to those bows.
No, that's perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what everybody here wants to see. We want to see the divergence.
Oh, sure. We
want to see...
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No, the runners... Oh, no, that's fine. They're going to check the large area checks first. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a Saber North play, since we've got everything in logic. I don't know, Wild Warp back at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an Evil Spirit Island play at some point as well.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of possibilities here. They're very exciting. But I'm just still sitting here thinking, like, we've gotten a Mimic every, 3 minutes.
Yes.
And that was 7. That was 7 again, right?
Yep, that was 7 again.
Yes. Okay. Kelby 1 could have a bow, but I mean, we don't have the orb yet, do we? Or did we get Orb of Wind?
Oh no, we got Tornado Bracelet.
Oh, right. So,
Yep.
oh, progressive. Duh. Yeah, so we went from no wind power to full wind power. That's what you were just saying a while ago.
That
should
is correct.
listen. It's great. Yeah,
Max is
so
gonna come over here and do a statue glitch, get himself in here, and find himself
And-
nothing useful in the base.
indeed. Gotta wonder also if, especially Magic, because we've already seen him do this twice, might also be well, I guess they can't get into the front door of Goa Fortress yet. They're still missing that Orb of Thunder. But the second that happens, that's going to be a really interesting play. Granted, you get Orb of Thunder, then you can probably go in the back door, but nobody wants to fight Mado right now.
Magic now having telepathy is probably gonna lean towards the okay, we might just go ahead and do the Saber North play since he's right here. And Dem just found
Yeah.
the next mimic. We're at 8.
We are at 8. So we are now, yeah, still about 3 minutes average.
9.
We are now under 3 minutes average. And with 2 bows yet to find, the odds, they're looking good. Looking really, really good.
Ha 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 ha! That's great. So Vampire 1 had the Flute of Lime. Magic entered the back of Windmill Cave here, so he could get the couple remaining items, clean this out fully. He also found the Shell Flute, so since they have Flight, that is unfortunately useless, but does add to scaling. So always good for us to see our runners have a difficult journey ahead of them.
Yes. For those who may be watching this race, one of these Crystalis Randomizer for the first time, when we talk about scaling, it's that number next to their level, and that represents the number of major items they've found. And what that does is a couple of things. There are some benefits. It gives you more money and more experience when you kill enemies, but it also makes those enemies harder. It also scales up some of the prices in the game. So it's one of those things that is completely new from the vanilla game, and is something that we've made, that Steve Hacks, who's in our chat, the creator of this randomizer, put in to make this game a lot more open than it was in vanilla. Matrick managing not to get girl number 5, and that's only because they're not there. You gotta wonder if Matrick is definitely gonna go save his friend who he misses ever so dearly.
Definitely seems to be the play that he's doing right now. He did turn in the Brokahana check and was rewarded with an Inspect Flute, so he knows in logic not the way to go yet, so he's not going to do a hell run through the swamp there to take all the damage, and instead is going to do the Saber North play, which at this point is very smart.
A lot of time and risk for just one check, and it's just not worth it right now.
It'd just be a lot of healing resources as well.
Absolutely. I believe they do have refresh though. So.
They do have refresh, yes.
One of the major things that I know I run into a lot with this randomizer, and it's one of the challenges once you get started with a randomizer, is that from the vanilla game, if you played it a lot, you're used to getting refreshed basically right away, and you always have access to a source of healing if you have magic. Well, nothing requires refresh by logic, and a lot of times... Oh! Sorry, I'm going to pause my thought there, because that was a warrior ring. That is a very nice find.
That is definitely a great find, and Magic here doing some really smart routing. He's going to get that first item. He's going to port back to Nadairs here, and then fly up the ramp here, be able to get the other couple items, as well as do the General Kelbask fight.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Demerine found the ivory statue. and that is actually going to open up that Akahana check, then Goa. A little bit out of the way, I think Demerine is going to first start with the Waterfall Cave, and can actually work their way completely through these caves in the Portoa area.
Meanwhile, Matrick, checking out the Cave of Jerks, as we like to call them, because they really don't care that you saved them. He did just find the Bow of Sun, so we are
really?
one bow away. Yes, we are one bow away from Go Mode here, and he's going to make extremely short work of this fight with the Warrior Ring.
Yeah.
Don't blink. It's already over. I barely finished the sentence.
I know. Only getting a Lysis plant, and with no key to prison, can't get that other item yet. So unfortunately, he has saved his friends from danger, but can't do anything with it. Unfortunately, he also uses up that opal statue, and decides not to reset it. Thinks that it's worth the risk, and I guess like this many items left and only one bow to find. Still keeping relatively low on the scaling. Probably okay.
Yeah, I mean, you just want to keep going at that pace. If you were to reset, you'd be back in the cave there. Does find the flame bracelet, so that does logically put Evil Spirit Island, the full thing, in logic here.
Right.
Because, the bosses are required to have battle magic.
Yeah, he wasn't going to pull back from that anyways, but that's nice. The other thing it does is that we now have probably a really, like, our best weapon for in-game, outside of getting both Orb and Storm Bracelet. That sort of fire and flame bracelet will get the job done in the tower, will get the job done on Dragon 2.
That's for sure. A lot of hits, doesn't lag the game as bad. And Matrick is making his way right up here to where Demerine just cleared. He's going to be super happy because they will get Barrier.
Yes. Also, we found from this check that some of us didn't really know about until recently, that the Love Pendant is the item in the very, very back of Foglamp Cave. So, hard to say. Probably not going to go for that right away, but you have no idea what that's going to lead to. It is a fetch quest item. Demerine making their way into Evil Spirit Island, doesn't care that they have no flame bracelet. Sabera is definitely very beatable. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Having Barrier for this is definitely a good thing. And picking up a second Opal, that's always a good find.
Absolutely. There's only 3 in the game. You can't buy them. So, that's it. One more to find. And Matrick is going to go ahead and keep on clearing out these caves. Northwind, I believe it's the Foglamp Cave, correct?
Yes, that is the Foglamp Cave.
Yes, because Crystalis is the south one. Okay.
Yep. Ooh, Demerine finding the Power Ring and the Orb of Water.
That is some nice finds.
Knowing where both rings are, that is super exciting. Very happy to see Matrick utilizing the sword swap mechanic that was added to the game. I know he's run this game, the any percent route in various categories for a long time, and he commented, it's going to be really hard for me to get used to this. So I'm very happy to see that he's actually trying to work that in to save himself some time.
Absolutely.
So very good play from him.
I still have to remember myself, but once I remember, in a match, I never forget, because it's just entirely too convenient. Was that a new one? That wasn't a new one, right?
1 second, let me check my list here. No, unfortunately these are not. The Mimic Cave Demerine already did go through. However, Demerine did just find a new Mimic for us.
Yes.
And that one's number 10.
Wow. We are in double digits, people. We are so close. What's going to happen next? Are we going to get 2 more Mimics, or are we going to get the Boa Moon?
Better not be the bow.
I knew which one you were cheering for. I don't think anyone's questioning that. We're gonna find out. We're only 35 minutes into this, and I don't think this one's gonna go an hour. It would take a pretty trolly location with a fairly trolly chain to make that happen at this point. But that's just the power of having that flight spell and access to unlock almost anything. Was that 11?
This is not a drill. We are one mimic away from mimic percent.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Do you have something prepared? Am I gonna have to solo? Is this like? Wait a second. If we get mimic 12 and then I die in Shyron, is there anyone left to commentate?
Yes, myself.
Okay.
I'm apparently set up an opal already in the case that I can't continue on.
Okay, that's good to know. Very good to know. And Matrick did actually go ahead and go all the way back to find that love pendant, having found out what it was. And it's an interesting play considering we still, I don't think, have. No, we do have paralysis, so we can do that full check in Swan. But that's a lot of time spent for one check. Either that or he forgot.
I mean, he is making his way to the Crystalis cave.
Yeah, it's much smaller camp, and I know you're excited because lots of chest possibilities here. Although, of course, the in Crystalis area is not a chest, therefore cannot be a mimic. Nor can the item dropped by Sabera.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah,
that is definitely true. But the chests afterwards could be, and we're looking forward to seeing what those are here in just a moment.
it's true. Kind of like almost like holding breath a bit, like everything. All right, and Clark, who is not at all Superman, has a magic ring. And the Crystalis is the third opal statue. All right, we have opal percent, so that's a percent. You can check that one off the list. We almost have spell percent. I don't know which. I think I'm not sure which spell we're missing at this point, but we have 7 of them. Yeah, bingo would be pretty fun with the randomizer, I think, for now.
That's actually something else that Steve will probably come up with at some point, because that would be fun for this. This would be a great game for bingo.
Indeed.
No, Steve, there mimics an evil spirit, and it does have a power ring.
Say that.
And it has a power ring, so it's not truly a bust, but there is a power ring.
Yep, and Demerine goes ahead and picks up Deo's pendant, so it did get God after all. It's going to make her way to Shyron, or not Shyron, no, Swan. And I don't believe Demerine has everything needed. Yeah, no, Matrick is the one who is fully loaded for the Swan check.
Actually, looking over their spells, they do not have Refresh. They both have Recover. So that's the one spell that they're missing.
Okay. Well, now we know. And Matrick gonna pick up that Blizzard bracelet along with ring. And we've seen this cave before, so no new information there.
Unfortunately not. Looks like Demerine is making her way up Hydra. Gonna clear out the items there. We have seen all of these before, so
yep.
I know that we're gonna find the key to Stixie, and with Barrier, she's definitely gonna go and clear that out as well.
Actually, I believe that Demerine has already gotten key to Stixie, just didn't do the check. So I think this might actually be going up to Stixie at this point.
That's very true. Anthony Nelms 38 asking who's in the lead. Currently, Matrick is. for him to complete the game, they need the 3 bows as well as the flight spell indicated at the bottom of the tracker there. So they're just trying to find that last bow right now.
Let's see. Remind me where that bow of sun was.
I'm gonna rack my brain, it'll come to me. It was Saber
North. Okay. So, not a check that Demerine has made yet. Although I think that Demerine is missing... actually, the path to the north is, I believe, here through the 60 cave, isn't it?
Yes. Telepathy or teleport was missing. And I'm pretty sure Demerine's missing one of those right now, and she does have them, just hasn't gone there yet.
Right. I believe that the missing spell is here in Stixie, if memory serves. Which it doesn't always. Angry Sea has been calmed, and Dea's necklace has been achieved, or acquired, so to speak. Yeah. Demerine actually picked that up on the way to Swan before warping to this area.
And Matrick did his cool little flyer strat, because I don't actually know what that's named, for calling it rage skip. And he actually got to check the answering machine and get the full information there, knowing that the both items from Messina is medical herbs, and then got the information about the Angry Sea being Dio's pendant.
Yeah. So yeah, we are full on in retread mode for both of our racers right now. Nothing new. So we get to, let's have some fun. Speculation on where we think the last bow is and where we think the last mimic is.
Go a fortress, go a fortress. It's just logical at this point.
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of logic there. Mado. Why you have to bring up Mado, Tornell?
Because it's Mado 2, and that's okay.
Mado 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there cannot be a mimic at that location where Mado 1 is.
It's true. But they don't even have Sword of Water yet, so I think actually front door of Goa Fortress, not in logic yet because they don't have Orb of Thunder. So I don't see Goa Fortress as high on my list. Granted, there's just not a lot of places left.
No, Tornell, he definitely forgot, because he actually slowed down the text. That was one of the big things I pointed out at the beginning when he did the skip. So he might just be doing it just because it's free MP. Dio's Pendant isn't a terrible item, and yeah, he immediately switched over to it. It's something that I've actually picked up in my routing too. If I know like Dio's Pendant's there and I pick up the pieces for it and I'm just gonna go past it because he's gonna do this check here for the Love Pendant, it's definitely a quick pickup, and he's gonna get that MP back while moving.
And I would not be surprised if this ends up being like either Sword of Water or Orb of Thunder, honestly.
Or a Fruit of Repun.
That is a lot less useful.
And immediately hits the ground. Immediately. I can tell Magic was disgusted getting that.
Yep. So I gotta wonder about this. I wonder if... Oh no, this is for the back door. He looked through the Oasis Cave, hasn't he? Or has he not? No, he did, because he had to.
Yep. No, he already came down here and checked it. He's turning in the ivory statue.
Oh, that's right. We have the ivory statue. We also, I don't think anyone has done the Goa check yet. But yeah, no Sword of Water, so Mado 2 is not in logic. And in, like really not in logic. Like, I don't think he's vulnerable to anything else, is he?
I mean, you can tank him. It's not logically required, and you'd be a madman for doing that, because the tank is gonna only do 1 damage. We're either gonna see the sword here or the Orb of Thunder. There's the Orb of Thunder.
There, Orb of Thunder.
Yep.
Which means he can actually go in the front door now.
he can go in the front door and he can check the power ring location, and he is obviously going to just charge that front door. He's got logical access up 2 floors. All right, Matrick, the bow is not going to be on the first boss, so you know what you need to do. You need to find the mimic going to the 2nd floor. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Suddenly, I don't feel quite right. I don't know what just happened. Something not quite right.
It's okay. Why don't you take a siesta?
All right. Yeah, I might have to lie down here for a minute. Just come shake me awake when I need to do something.
Okay, not a problem. So, yeah, the trigger of the Goa entrance there being the Orb of Thunder. Once that happens, the forces of the Dragonian Empire will invade Sharon there, and they put everybody to sleep. They're just gonna put everybody to sleep, including Stomp, who is over there. So that's why he's gonna nap.
I'll be fine. Why didn't I crawl into a bed? Like, I'm just laying on the ground.
Matrick making a good use of his opal statue here, getting rewarded with a magic ring.
No, that you're happy to see that magic ring. Because it means get to check all of these chests up here in this 2nd layer of Goa Fortress, Sabera's area.
That is very true, and I have faith. I know exactly the routing that Matrick's gonna take to check these chests, because it's extremely good. Did release his charge there a little early on the iron wall, but that's all right. Just gonna have to do another quick charge.
He's known for that, but I won't go there.
Find a mimic. This is gonna be the biggest tease ever, because it's gonna be the same thing. We're either gonna get excited about a bow, or we're gonna get excited about a mimic. Chat, let us know.
You probably
want to
see
see.
About bow. Oh, magic.
You want to see a bow,
ring
or do you want to see a mimic?
I want to see. I think we're out of fruit of repuns, aren't we? There's only 2.
To my knowledge, there's only 2. We definitely saw 1. That's key to prison. So that is 1 extra check. That could be where the bow is. Entirely possible.
It cannot be a mimic, but it could be bow. If it's the bow, it's probably really good news for you, because that means that you're going to go ahead and clear the rest of Goa Fortress.
It's definitely possible, especially if they get the Sword of Water in here, which I'm hoping to see them get. Meanwhile, Demerine does find the Bow of Sun here on Saber North.
I'm personally not hoping they find Sword of Water. I'm hoping Sword of Water is in Pyramid 2 and is skipped.
Well, we do need it for, access to a floor. So if we don't see it, I guess that does remove, a location the bow could be. So, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, but mirrored shield, okay?
All right. The other mirrored shield. Wait, did he say avenge? What did he say? I don't know. I didn't quite read that fast enough.
I don't know. He mumbles as he talks, so it's not a big deal.
Well, he's in chat. Torno, what did you say?
It's definitely not on rage. We did have Matrick check that earlier, using the flyer glitch. Oh, he said you're definitely not feeling well. Okay, so that's good.
Could you bring me a medical herb or something? Maybe something stronger? Hey, I hear about these fancy new opal statues. That sounds like it would be useful.
How else would you get the angry sea? Hey, look, it's the Sword of Water.
Oh, wow. Oh, my. Oh.
So, yeah, he bypassed it using the flyer glitch or rage skip. I still don't know what we are officially calling that. It's confirmed! Oh! We have Mimic percent!
There you go, man. Happy birthday.
Thanks. It's not my birthday, but it's definitely
a great day.
It is now.
Oh, man. That made me feel just slightly alive, except that I know where Matrick's going to go if he doesn't find Bo, which will make me feel slightly dead. Another thing to keep in mind, by the way, is that Rage could actually have that bow. We haven't actually checked the Rage item itself.
Yep,
that's correct. Another check that's now in logic.
Yeah, that is 100% correct. So that is definitely an option. And I'm actually super curious now to see where he will go from here, because it's mostly just one-off checks that he has left.
Oh, I know where he's going next, because he knows who's on commentary.
He just wants to check on you and make sure you're feeling good. I mean, honestly, I would do the same at this point. Make sure that you're doing well. And, you know, he does have medical herbs, so he could definitely spot you one. Meanwhile, Demerine's in the Crystalis plant cave here, gonna pick up that the last opal. Nope, opting out of it.
He doesn't have medical herbs. I saw his inventory. He's gonna try and like feed me a fruit of repun. I'm just gonna like gag on it.
Well, he did get rid of the. Oh, he's gonna go check on you.
Yep.
I told you. He's worried about you. Here he goes. Yep, he's checking on you.
Draconia's army came. Everyone killed. Watch out for Mado. He's more treacherous than the other three. Take care of Tornell.
Don't worry, buddy. We'll figure out how to get you healed. Don't you worry. Meanwhile, Meadows' chest only containing a consumable, which was a fruit of repun.
Really? That's what my life was worth? A fruit of repun? What?
Yes.
Oh my god, that was like... I should not have died for that. That's so... Oh my god. Alright, so he's gonna check the paralysis spot now. It's the shield ring.
That's a bit disheartening. Now I wonder, he did, we were just talking about this, if he will go back and check Rage's spot, because he did do the skip.
If he thinks of it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of the last checks that he does. He's already cleared off both the areas there. I think the reason he's coming back up here is he may have left the item on the right side.
I think he did, and I think Demerine saw that, and I think it was the iron necklace. So he's going to be disappointed by that.
Yeah, but I'm also now thinking, next time he opens his inventory, I'm going to look, because I haven't... There it is!
Oh, there it is!
Okay.
Wow. So that Goa Fortress and everything in it was completely skippable. There was no reason to get Sword of Water. There was no reason for me to die for a Fruit of Repun. I'm not bitter. But Demerine is in Go mode.
Is.
Yeah, I'm so dead.
So this is actually great. So Demerine only dipped the backside of Goa Fortress there, which we needed to get earlier, and got the items up on the 4th floor.
However, I guess obviously didn't come up here and check, so you got to think that this is going to be next.
Yep. I know Matcher came up here earlier to get the couple items, and then he must have went straight over to Stixie then. So now he's going to just get a couple extra levels with the Warrior Ring, because this is a great spot to get levels, and he's just going to push through. Meanwhile, Demerine's heading for the crypt, so she can start the Dragon 2
right, Tornell, thank you. Reminding that the Ball of Wind is required to break through the areas in order to get access to this. I had forgotten that.
Yep, so this is going to come down to who's got the better Dragon fight and who's got the better tower fight. Right now, Demerine's grinding up levels in a fairly decent spot, which is definitely good.
Oh,
does pop an opal here to a butterfly. Gonna reset out of it.
He does not accept, or she did not accept that.
Okay, that's not a problem though, because she has been making checkpoints, so not too terribly bad. Matrick now finding his bow is immediately going to slam that go mode. Yeah. So, and he is definitely comfortable with that scaling. He might be a little shy with it, but this is going to be close.
And a fully powered Sword of Fire is going to be more than sufficient for him as well. And ladies and gents, he is one of, if not the best in the game at this combat. Like easily top 3 as far as players of Crystalis in the world, and the ability to get through this stuff. He's gonna the best. So I don't know how much of a lead Demerine has. It looks like maybe a minute at best. So we'll just see. I think they've got plenty of magic rings too. They've been collecting a lot of them. So I expect to see a lot of level 3 fire used in the tower. Like, I hope that they don't, especially Demerine, doesn't fall into the trap of trying to go through with a warrior ring. Because while that is very efficient and can save you a lot of magic, it does not save time.
That
so
is
we'll
true.
have to see.
Yeah, we're using the warrior ring is extremely comfortable. It is a huge safety net. It is a bit slower though, so it is going to be the trade-off: warrior ring versus power ring, only a sense, and just to see how comfortable these runners are. Demerine does have an opal still, so that's super good. I believe Matrick used all 3. I could be mistaken; he may have 1 left.
15 seconds behind for Steve. That is not much time against one of the best runners in the world. But could be enough. You know, Matrick's human. Matrick does make mistakes. We'll see how the patterns go. Demerine is going to go ahead and get the first dip whenever Dragon dips down like that. And shoots that beam. It always goes straight into this.
This is going to just come down to scaling and execution, and that's really what it's going to come down to. Demerine getting a quick second pattern, but not being able to get any hits in on it because of the angle. Both getting back to a spike ball pattern here. We just need to see. They're both getting a dive at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to come down to scaling.
Yeah. Oh, Matrick gets the kill first, but by like 3 seconds maybe.
If that, if even that. So we're going to check tower time entrances here. I'm going to watch Matrick. You watch Demerine.
I'm not good at this.
Okay.
That's like a second.
42. 40. Yeah, it's not even a second. It is not even a second.
Oh
this
my
is
god.
so close. So it's going to come down to it.
Oh my god. And we got a mimic percent. Like, this is like the perfect race. And it's going to be just around an hour. This is amazing.
This is, I am so happy right now. We got everything we wanted out of this race. We got the closeness. We got epic battles. We got the gear. We got the mimic percent.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
And Matrick killed
This is what you came to see.
Absolutely. It's crazy to think about this. This is how good of a player Matrick is. I know I hate to brag on him like this. I really do, because he kills me regularly. But like, he cleared Goa Fortress, and his opponent did not, and they are in sync. All right, so we're already on to white robots on this first floor. If you're not familiar with this, there's 3 floors. You fight the copper robots, and then you fight the white robots, and then you go to the next floor. Matrick is cleared.
All right, I'm going to watch the timestamps on the text here, because Demerine just cleared as well.
Yep.
So, 57:53. Holding up there a little bit just to charge. So it's approximately 4 seconds. Just about 4 seconds.
Like
so
that.
It's just going to come down. It's going to come down to execution at this point, because they're both using power ring strats. They're both using charges of level 2 and level 3 for good groupings.
And neither can heal themselves.
Yeah, neither of them have refresh, so this does come down. I know Demerine does have the opal, and I did not catch Matrick open his menu yet. They do not have refresh, so they're only going to have any medical herbs they may have, which I believe Demerine has 1 or 2, and the opal. And Matrick, I believe, only has magic rings. Yep, Matrick only has magic rings and a pair of warp boots. So, world's smallest fiddle there for him. Let's see what we've got.
Play literally with fire. Yeah, and you just gotta hope that that really emboldens Demerine to have those safeties to take advantage. Obviously, the runners have no idea how close they are to each other right now. But we know, and yeah, so Matrick, I believe, is up on level 3 now, correct?
That is correct, yes. Demerine's just about finishing up here on 2, just has to finish this last grouping of white robots.
Yeah. Oh, so something of note, I say they can't heal. Matrick does have Psycho Armor on. So has actually been recovering health as charging up those fire shots. And is actually up to close to 75-80% of health. Which is much higher than where he started this tower. and has completely cleared and is about to get Crystalis. Fills up that magic, and yeah, it feels like that's gonna be the edge, but we're gonna have to see what the difference is overall, because this is just a really close race. And with barrier and a full magic, you're just gonna go ahead and tank the sides and shoot Dinah straight through the middle. Oh wow, and we have our winner. In just over an hour. What is the official?
Looks like here with the Magic has finished first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour and 33 seconds.
And Demerine is now grabbing Crystalis at 1 hour and 44 seconds. All right, and I believe we are being joined by Matrick. Congratulations, sir. How you feeling?
Not great.
Really? Because you won
a
the match.
really, really poorly routed seed on my part. I am really upset about Hydra. That I waited until 45 minutes in to go there, and I could have gotten there at like 25.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You did the world of service by doing the routes that you did.
Oh, because I got all the mimics? That's
Yes,
not
you
a
did.
service.
Mimic
No,
percent.
no,
That is
that's not,
100% a service.
that is not a
100%
service to anyone.
Yes, it is. You did it for me.
I can't. Man.
And I trust me, because it killed me to watch.
Watch me kick you in the head as I walk by.
A little bit, yeah. Because
Actually, I
that
kicked you in the
completely
feet.
was absolutely unnecessary. The entire Goa Fortress was unnecessary. Demerine actually didn't do that whatsoever.
Speaking of Demerine, Demerine did just finish here with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 44 seconds. And Demerine is also joining us live now, so GG on that race.
All right, so Matrix complaining about routing. I'm going to complain about skipping the vanilla bow chest. That was brutal. That should have been like a 50-minute seed easy.
Yeah, well, what is your scaling at when you finish?
38.
Mine was at
Yeah.
44.
Yeah, I reset out of 3 items as well. I could have been at 41.
Yeah.
I full
So-
cleared Goa. I did Evil
yeah.
Spirit.
I was really hoping-
Everywhere.
I was really hoping you full cleared Goa. That was about my only chance. The way that seed played out was that you ran into Sword of Water somewhere and decided to get cheeky and do Fortress.
You want to know where the
actually-
Sword of Water was?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Yes, I absolutely need to know this.
It was in Mado 2's area behind the Thunder Wall. No, it was at the top chest in the same room with the Thunder Wall.
Yeah, so he was already clearing Goa Fortress.
So you were
and
doing it
got
forward. That's gross.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did it backwards.
Oh.
I did it backwards, and then I did it forwards.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, I mean, all I had to do was not skip the 2 chests on the way to Stixie, and that's an easy 50-minute seed.
Oh, you
yeah, it
were
would have
the
been like
only
a
one who did that.
35-minute seed for me.
Yeah, he was right there.
Yep.
Yeah, so it ended up just absolutely crazy. Just to fill you in, Demerine, you also made Ghost and Goddess Day. We had Mimic percent. All 12 Mimics found between the two of you. I think probably just between Matrick. And you ended up entering the tower less than a second apart.
Yeah, my tower was not very good, sadly. I was so nervous when Magic wasn't done. I was like, we're probably both here at the same time, and my brain just locked out.
Yeah, I grabbed that bow at the 54-minute mark, and
I was just like,
there's
yeah.
going to be a dot done here any second, because this was available a half an hour ago.
yeah, same. I grabbed my 3rd bow and went, how are you not done?
Well, I played extremely out of logic. Like, really, really badly out of logic.
Yeah, I figured that might be the case. All I know is that I wanted to get to, like, 11 before I did tower, and I think I was at 8. I don't think I leveled at all during that run. Like, with no Sword of Water, like, all of the Medusas out there were just like, I don't really feel like messing with this right now with level 1 Sword of Thunder, so... I did no leveling until the very end.
So, Magic, I have another question for you, just because it has to be brought up. Are you secretly the father of that little girl in Wind?
The one that I
in Leaf,
constantly
rather?
run in
Yeah, the one that you ran into
3 times.
4 times.
Yeah.
4.
I had to give her a hug every time as I walk by. I hate that little girl.
And
I
then
didn't
you went out of your way to rescue her, even. Like, you
should-
made sure that she got home safe.
You should have ditched her. You should have.
Oh, I didn't go into that room. I left those turds in there. I don't know how they got out.
I don't know what.
No, I went. I was at the point where, at the end of it, I was going. I'm running out of stuff to do here. I gotta go somewhere. I started making a bunch of one-offs and things, and I was like, okay. I kept telling myself, I got Hydra left. I got Hydra left. I got Hydra left. Oh, hey, let's go and hit Goa now. I just got the Ball of Thunder. Let's go and hit Goa. Oh, no, that didn't pay off. Well, I still have Hydra left, but hey, I got this key to prison. Let's go and hit the paralysis spot. No, that didn't work. Okay, you know what? Hey, Hydra's still out there. Like, come on.
Well, what are the chances that a bow's on that spot? Besides vanilla and every other. So, I know you guys are a little bit frustrated with the routing, but I gotta tell you, from an audience perspective, this was an absolutely fun seed to watch. Starting off in Shyren like that, and then getting Flight, it was just, all over the place, all kinds of things, and we got to see pretty much everything. So thank you for that, if nothing else.
Yeah, I got past all the statues. I got a new trick for that. I used the glitch on Rage. I played out of logic there. I played out of logic on Carmine because I used my statue trick there. I basically played half of the seed out of logic.
And basically, all you needed to do was never break logic.
Right, exactly.
All you needed to do is play the seed straight. It would have been fine.
Right.
Yeah, every single time you went out of logic, it didn't really reward you.
It gave you nothing, man. Carmine was 2 consumables. There was a ball of water was the only thing in Stixie. I was like, what is going on with this seed? There was nothing off the beaten.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, I believe one of the spells needed for Mount Saber North was in Stixie.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Teleport was in there.
Teleport was there, yeah, which is nice to have anyway.
But like you did that rage skip in order to get access, and Athena gave you 2 shiny medical herbs.
And it cost you one medical herb to boot, right?
Yeah, and then you got the medical herb, you got some consumable off the dolphin.
I bought a medical herb, went and talked to Athena, got 2 medical herbs from her, and then I went to the dolphin, forked over a medical herb, and I think I got a lysis plant back.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah, and
there was just everywhere I went, I kept going, there's got to be something. Like, what am I missing here? No.
Yeah, and we also saw you slow down and talk to the guards after you unstoned them to see that was I believe it was a pendant back there.
Thanks for the consumable on that one, Kensu.
Yeah, and you also still went to the back of Foglamp Cave knowing that was that item. Or did you forget?
No, I knew that was the love pendant. I went there specifically to get it.
Oh, right. And then Kenzu gave you that. Okay, that's right.
Kenzu gave me crap because of that.
Yes.
In fact, I think every time
it was a world of plays that could have paid off.
Yeah, well, I mean, the potential's there. It's like, if I would have seen from talking to the NPCs that it was a like a consumable, well, yeah, forget that, or a shield ring or iron necklace, some garbage. I would have just skipped it. But when I saw it was a trade-in item, I was like, well, I have to get it now. Now that I know it's there, because if I don't, and it turns out to be the one thing I needed, I will kick myself really hard later.
Well, it ended up not being the thing that you needed, so you get to kick yourself for that. But you still won the race.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to say, there's only one place I didn't go. One place in the entire game I did not go, and that was the swamp. Because the gas mask was located at the back of Goa, and I just didn't. I was like, once I got it was on Hydra. That's where it was. It was at the top of Hydra, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at that point, the boat was right there. So,
Yep.
Oh well. Well, that was it wasn't a bad seed. I just felt like I played it poorly. I'm glad I came out on top, all things considered, because that could have been really ugly. But hey, you know what? A win's a win.
Indeed. And with this, this is the end of our second round. So I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, third round, are we changing up our flags or not? Is this when that happens?
No, that starts in brackets. We got two more weeks of these flags.
Weeks. Alrighty. So we're gonna have, I guess we haven't announced the week 3 matchups yet, have we?
I'm actually about to go and put it in right now. So let's see here. Let's see if there's any fun ones we can announce.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull that off. Unfortunately, Demerine has had to go ahead and take off. Thank you for racing, and thank you for entertaining us, Demerine.
Well, hey, we got 2 people in this call that are in a match next week.
Oh, baby.
Wow,
Yeah,
and
right.
I know it's not me because I'm not in this tournament, so I can guess what that is.
Well, actually, there's a third person that's silent, hiding behind the scenes.
It's true.
That is in the tournament. That is here and does have a match with somebody else in it.
It's happening, Gozen. It's happening.
Gozen and Tornal.
Yes.
You guys get the face off next week.
We've been wanting this match. We've been wanting this match for since this started. We're like, you know what? It's gonna happen. And when I went 1-0 and we looked at each other, we're like, it's gonna happen. When is it gonna happen? And it's happening next week.
Yep. I get to face the axe.
All right.
This is exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match as well.
Well,
Axe is the trash.
Thanks for
Sure,
thanks for the comms, guys.
And he did get your chests. He just didn't get a lot of other chests for a while.
Wow, thanks for the comms and the tracking, guys. Appreciate that. And SpeedGaming, thank you guys as well. And I understood we had to make a quick swap here to SG2, as I believe there was a tournament on the other channel that was running over a bit. So
yeah,
appreciate them reaccommodating us to get us over here where we could get going in it. And
absolutely,
I had a good time.
Indeed, we should release this channel back to the wild so it can be used for further purposes. Any other thoughts before we go?
Jeff Peters!
All right, tune in, and we'll get the matchups posted and scheduled up, and you'll see them coming up on the SpeedGaming Network for week 3 of our Crystalis Randomizer tournament for Kozengata. And thank you, Tornell, for tracking. This has been DH Dom, and have a wonderful weekend.